Hi, I'm Pete, and this is my puzzle collection, part 3. And first up, we have Tuttminx. Yes. So I'm pretty sure I have all of the black body Tuttminx variants that VeryPuzzle sold. I wasn't trying to collect them per se, but that's just sort of how things ended up. So this is the classical Tuttminx with the flat faces. I have third-party stickers on it. It was Oliver's stickers. So one of the things that the Tuttminx introduced, coming from the Megaminx and from cubing, that was new, is the concept of stepping. That is, the hex faces, if you just turned one step, you're actually making an illegal move. This edge is not compatible with the pentagon face. And if you tried to turn these faces, you could actually jam up the puzzle quite a lot, and it would just be unsolvable. So these faces were two-step faces, and you turn it 2 steps, and then it's perfectly fine. So to help us navigate this new concept, Oliver's stickers came out with these very nice checkerboard color scheme, so that you would know if you were making a legal or illegal turn. So solid to checkerboard, illegal, but checkerboard to checkerboard is legal. Yeah, it was a really cool idea. These early ones did allow you to turn, make an illegal turn, depending on how tight you had your puzzle and how strong you were. So I think that this was necessary. And especially I think a lot of us were just kind of figuring out this whole thing of stepping. So then the next one was the, it's just called a Tuttminx, but I think I've called this the curvy Tuttminx. Heard it called that. And this is the one I spent quite a bit of time solving. I'm pretty sure I've done a tutorial on my channel on this one, and just a fun puzzle to solve. Not much harder than a Megaminx, but just a little bit. I mean, in some ways it's easier than a Megaminx, but in some ways it's just a little harder because your algorithms have to accommodate the fact that the hex faces require 2 steps instead of 1. So yeah, just a solid puzzle, lots of fun, and a great series. Now the new Tuttminx, so it's very tightly fitted faces. The shape of the face, kind of this almost like a truncated cone. Narrow edges. So yeah, I like this. I can sort of tell right now that this was I've got this very tight, so I probably haven't solved this as much as the other ones. It was just an interesting variant. So yeah, so that was the new Tuttminx. And then we got this really cool, it's called a speed Tuttminx. And it really is a great variant. I'm not sure how speedy it is, but it's a blast to solve. Very easy to turn. And so by this point, we've kind of given up on the separate face types. Well, the pentagons on this one are textured. It's kind of hard to tell. And then the hexagons are solid, but it is hard to tell. But I'm pretty sure by this point, it was mechanically enforcing it. So it really couldn't turn a face, wrong stepping face. So I don't think we've had to worry about that, at least on these puzzles, for a while. Okay, we'll get that line back up. So yeah, so this is the speed Tuttminx. But in addition to the Tuttminx, we had some great variants of the Tuttminx, and this is my favorite. My favorite Tuttminx variant. This is a superstar. One of the most underrated puzzles I think that VeryPuzzle has made. Maybe one of the most underrated puzzles ever. These are third-party stickers, and The stickering is what makes this thing a beast to solve. It's very freaky. So you see you have a pentagon right there, right? And then you turn it a little bit. We got another pentagon. I'm pretty sure I can find some hexagons. Yeah, this is the hexagon. You see the hexagon there. It's very freaky to try to solve. This is also a puzzle where you need to know your color scheme, because it's possible to solve it in the wrong color scheme. And what happens is you get to the very last phase, and that's when you find out you solved it in the wrong color scheme. This is fantastic. These little points are very sharp. So they will poke you. But yeah, this is the Superstar. Just really, really fantastic puzzle. So what is a Superstar relative to a Tuttminx? Well, this is an edges only Tuttminx, right? If you colored it in a regular Tuttminx color scheme, I think it would be a lot easier to see. But yeah, it's just edges only, no corners. So just a very simple 3-cycle to move the pieces around. But those colors, makes it quite the interesting saw. So what's the opposite of an edges only Tuttminx? Well, it's a corners only Tuttminx, and that's what we got in the Lovebird. This is probably the most whimsical of the Tuttminx, where the little Lovebird shapes here, the combination of piece shape and stickers gives us these really lovely, beautiful puzzle. Turns well and fairly easy to solve. I mean, it's a corners only Tuttminx. So you're doing a bit more work on this one, but yeah, it's just a fantastic variant on the theme. So that's it for my Tuttminx. Let's get these put away and take a look at the next bin. So this is also an unlabeled bin, but it is a small spherical puzzles, and I think it probably needs a bit more organization. But here we go. So quite a few very puzzles, the smaller ones here. So fortunately, I have some stands here to kind of help us along. So the first one is Megaminx ball. Oh yes, the Megaminx ball. This is it right here. So Megaminx ball V1.0 C1 from Very Puzzle. I'm pretty sure I have a tutorial. I do have a tutorial on my website on this one. So it's Megaminx faces. But then you have these hex, so it's a bunch of pentagon, circularized pentagon faces. Then you have these two hex faces on either side. And this is such a cool puzzle. There's a lot of bandaging, and so what you know about solving a Megaminx, you kind of have to adjust it to deal with these these obstacles at either end of the puzzle. I really enjoyed this puzzle. Yeah, I did make a video on that. Yeah, so that's the Megaminx ball V1.0 C1, right? Because we also have Megaminx ball. Now, this is one, and I remember seeing this during the unpacking of my puzzles, right? I was unpacking this. This is described, it's a 9th Megaminx ball. Great textured stickers, they love it, some metallic stickers. And it's described as a deeper cut Megaminx. So this was sold already assembled, not all I had to do was put the stickers on it. It was kind of cool. I received this way back in the fall of 2020. So that might explain some things. But for some reason I never solved it. I literally never solved this puzzle, and I really don't know why. I think maybe just whatever was going on at the time. I had a lot on my mind. But yeah, this is very cool. You see how many pieces move with each turn. So definitely something I need to take a look at, and I'm just gonna actually which is what's been happening with these. I'm going to actually leave this one out. Yeah, gonna put that in my to be solved puzzle group of puzzles. So, you know, in the last bin we saw, you know, the whimsical side of very puzzles. This one is another one of those. This is the Stingray puzzle, and I do have a tutorial on this. And it has little stingrays on it. I don't know if you can see that. Stingrays? Yeah, look at that. Very cool. And this is another one that just came already assembled. I think I may have got it actually at the same with the Megamix ball. Not a super hard solve, just a looks like the pentagon faces, and then the you know, logically square faces over here. What did they say about it? Yeah, an edge and corner turning cube. Okay, so that would make a certain amount of sense. I guess these would be logically triangular, and 2 and 3 step. Yeah. Oh, very, very cool little puzzle. I like these things. You know, you don't always want to sit down and just spend hours trying to solve a puzzle. Something like this, and you just kind of you know, little fun thing to do. Okay, I'm just going to put that back. We'll put that over here. Let's see if I can get these organized a little bit. Okay, well, wow. So another one that I've done a bit on, it's the cord. This is the cord V1.0. And yeah, I've actually done a tutorial on this on my channel. So this is, what do they say, an edge? Looks like an edge, corner, and face turning. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the big one, the face turning. So this is a spherical transformation of a face, corner, and edge turning cube, if you would think of it, or puzzle. Yeah, another fun puzzle. Great stickers, all textured stickers. Another puzzle is not super hard to do, but lots of interesting, you know, an interesting challenge nonetheless. All right, now one that I've spent quite a bit of time on. This is a hard, not very memorable name. It's a C103-M5. So I've got quite a few videos on my channel about this one. I have an assembly video, and I have 2 tutorials. And I don't know why. Not quite sure why I thought I needed 2 tutorials on this. I haven't checked on them. I just, you know, looked them up to, like, I just plugged this into my channel, see what I've done on this, and yeah, it was very strange. So this is a spherical transformation of a face and vertex turning cube. And I got this along with the Videomic Tuttminx way back in June of 2021. And yeah, so if you've seen both my tutorials on this, do let me know in the comments which one you thought was the best. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Not super hard. I like the little square faces where you have to match up the each of the adjacent pieces. That's kind of a fun thing. Okay, I swear I'm prepared for this. Okay, so now very excited to get this way back in the day. This is a tray from Megamix ball. So this is a spherical transformation of a Megamix. I really like spherical I like transformations of stuff. I'm not even going to say spherical. I like transformations of stuff. I have puzzles that are spherical transformations of something, of cubic puzzles. I have cubic puzzles that are spherical, or that are cubic transformations of other things. I have a cubic transformation of the Megamix as well. So yeah, I really like it because it takes what you already know, which is in this case, how to solve a Megamix, and then gives you that extra element of challenge, which is to make it a different shape, which means the pieces have different shapes and they kind of move differently. So yeah, I really like this sort of puzzle transformations like that. Okay, am I going to run out of these little stands? That's the question. We'll see how prepared I am for all of it. Here, I'm going to just... Okay, well, we don't have too much further to go. So, all right, this one, this is, I'm pretty sure, this is their Megamix ball. That's right. This is the OG Very Puzzle Megamix ball. So it's also a spherical transformation of a Megamix, but it's maybe a bit more. Yeah, it's just got a different color, different sticker scheme. Yeah. So so for example, like some of these with the one color edges, which do, that does create some challenge. A different challenge here are we have the two color edges, but then we have the one color corners. I'm pretty sure these are the corners. Yeah, that's tricky. So just another variant on the Megamix ball. This one from Very Puzzle. Okay, here, let's just make a little room here. Oh my. Okay, little Tony 5x5x5 ball stickerless. So this is actually part of a set of easily 5x5 variants, 5-layer cube variants. So there you go. This is a spherical transformation of a 5-layer Rubik's Cube with very, very tiny little corners on it, the edges. So this is more conventional. Like the coloring on this is exactly the way a 5-layer Rubik's Cube would look like, right? And so that you just do the same algorithms, just you're holding a ball instead of a cube. This just barely fits the little stand. And then got a couple more puzzles. Now, I got a lot of mileage out of these puzzles. These are called Twist Ball, and I have two of them. Actually, they have their own stands, so that's kind of good. Little paper stands. You know what? I think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna rely on the paper stands. So there's the 5-color Twist Ball. Oh my, this puzzle's. It really does work better than what I'm showing here. I don't know. It's just I haven't used these in a while, and they've traveled quite a bit. Huh. Wow. I'm quite surprised that they're not turning. I swear they're better turners than this. Anyway, it shows you, right? I mean, puzzle collections do require a bit of maintenance here. So these puzzles, I was using them in classrooms. I bring them to classrooms, and especially high school students would really like these. And we'd scramble them up, and then they would try to solve them. It just does to show that there are other types of puzzles than a Rubik's Cube out there. And I think they're pretty good. I don't know why both of them are like this. So who knows what happened? Oh, there we go. No, they're just okay. I guess they're just been sitting unturned for a long time. So I was a little curious to know what happened to Twist Ball, because I haven't really seen much from them lately. But I just went, and their website's still there, and it seems that they're still selling these puzzles. So yeah, I really like these puzzles. They're not super hard to solve. I wish I could kind of show it in a little better light here. But yeah, I think that they just need a bit of lube or something. Probably. But yeah, these have been probably solved hundreds of times by kids going around classrooms. A lot of fun. Okay, and then a couple of very cool puzzles that probably I haven't had out as much as I should. I know I have a tutorial on this one. This is the Hatto puzzle. And what a cool little puzzle. it has these little inner, okay, I can see that so this really, a stickerless version of this would probably be a lot better. But anyway, it has these little tiny spheres embedded in it. And I've gotta get this back to the actual. So it's had a long trip moving here. So there we go. I have these little spheres embedded in the face of the puzzle, and then the idea is that you actually solve it. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a bunch of 2x2s embedded in a larger 2x2. That's pretty much what it is, and it's once you get everything aligned, it's really not as hard as I'm making it look here to turn. It turns quite well. Yeah, there you go. So you can do that, and then each one of these spheres is a complete 2x2, which you pretty well have to solve. And then you move the pieces around. It's a great concept. I hope that they develop it some more and give us some more puzzles like this. I'd love to have it with the, variants of this. Anyway, it's called the ITU Cube, and I know I did a video on this on my website. And then something that's kind of has a similar idea as a UFO cube. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this to turn. But you also have the little 2x2s in here. And so you have to solve them. And sort of what makes this, and it's double-sided. You see, you have all that. But what makes it really complex is that at any time, once you get everything kind of lined up here, it had the UFO part of it actually turns. I don't know if I can get this to turn like this, but basically the two halves will turn. Anyway, again, I'm making it look a lot more awkward than it is. Once you get it going and lined up, it does turn reasonably well. It just takes some finagling, something like that to get it to stick. Yeah, a stickerless version might help a bit, but it's actually not too bad. I haven't really, I guess, shouldn't really complain about the stickers. They're really not an issue. Okay, do I have it lined up now? Yeah, I think I do. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, the two parts rotate. So that's a UFO cube. I don't think the Dirty Puzzle's selling them anymore. And that's it. So that was the small spherical puzzles. So let's get these put away and take a look at another batch. So this is again an unlabeled bin. Probably needs to be sorted better. So this is Pentahedrons, rainbow cubes, and others. So we have the Pentahedrons. This was a nice little. This is what Diane and MF8. I got these as a 3 puzzle set way back in a while ago. Don't quite know, it's quite a while ago. And just these Pentahedrons, fun little, similar to solving maybe a 2x2, maybe all right, a Rubik's Cube with fewer sides. So yeah, I like these. It's a lot of fun. So this is your basic 3-layer, and then they added. This one they added the extra little baby face layer, but it still works the same way. It just and then oh yeah, this one with the crazy component to it, which is probably harder to see. And there we go. The crazy component. I think that they had quite a few more variances. I just got the three puzzle set, which had a little bit of everything, and that was enough for me. I think that these were more like cuboids than Rubik's cubes, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're more like cuboids because you only have 2, R2 turns or F2 turns. They don't have anything else. So yeah, I'd say this is probably like a cuboid solve. So then I got a bunch of rainbow cubes, and so I have this one. Oh, okay, bunch. Two. Two. So this is, I got this from, pretty sure I got this from Puzzle, no, I got this one from Puzzle Master. I got the cube from Puzzle Master and the stickers from Oliver's. This is Escher fish sticker scheme. Yeah, and I worked on the puzzle a little bit to get it to turn reasonably well. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to solve these types of puzzles. Rainbow cubes are, for a while, they're very hard to find. Surprisingly hard to find. So, and then this is just a colorful rainbow cube. How many colors does it have? 6 colors? That doesn't... maybe it's right. Seems like it could have more colors. Anyway, this is a rainbow cube. So those were 2. And both with third-party stickers. So, a corner-cutted helicopter cube. That's the description of it. Basically a cornerless helicopter cube. So, if you don't like solving corners on a helicopter cube, this is your this is your puzzle. It's yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I got this from Champions Cube Store way back in 2013. I don't think Champions is still around. But yeah, just a fun variant of a helicopter cube. It's sort of quick, right? Cornerless helicopter cube. What do we got? Okay, this one here, Dayang Shield Cube, which is also known as a 3-fold hexagonal prism. And it is a hexagonal prism. So yeah, I got this from, also from Champions, way back in 2014. I think that this probably belongs in a different category. I'm pretty sure that this is a cube. Not sure. But yeah, it's definitely a very nice little puzzle, and it was very inexpensive. It turns quite well. I'm pretty sure I've done some work on it though. Shield cube. Yeah, don't know. And okay, so this is the void. No, oh no, this is so. This is the Shangxiao Master Morphix stickerless. Great shape mod, and yeah. So what's it doing in a box full of other puzzles, right? It's just, it makes no sense here. But yeah, I have an affinity for shape mods. Take something you know how to solve. And turn it into some very bizarre shape, and you get some really cool shape shifting when you're solving it. So yeah, I like stuff like this. Okay, finally, I've talked about this before. This is my Void Master Pentultimate. It has the cap, so it's either void or not. MF8, one of the more disappointing puzzles. I mean, it looks great. I've almost tossed it out several times. And I really should. It turns horribly. I don't even say turns horribly, because the turning's alright. It stays together horribly. So, and companies still haven't learned. Recently the Gem 9 was released, and it's so bad that even the shops are warning you, saying, well, this is for sitting on your shelf, it's not for solving. It just won't stay together. This is one of those where, I've not been able to get through a solve on this. I've not been able to get through a scramble on it, and it comes apart due to the mechanism. And it does make you wonder sometimes what the companies think of us when they produce something like this. So yeah, I don't know why I kept it. I probably shouldn't, but here it is, So yeah, that's the Void Master Penultimate. And the sad thing is, I know that MF8 knows how to make good puzzles, because they made a lot of them. But then maybe that's maybe I should have that attitude that, well, they're trying to innovate, right? They're trying new things. They take chances, and sometimes the chances don't pan out. So I guess, I guess that's okay if you think about it that way. So that's my miscellaneous box of puzzles here. I'm gonna leave this one out because it really does belong in a Shapeshifters box. All right, and let's take a look at the next one, which is going to be probably pretty quick. All right, here we go. And this is an unlabeled box of V-Cubes. That's right, I have a V-Cube 3, V-Cube 2, oh yeah, 4. I have them all, right? 4, and some flat ones. Some pillowed ones. I mean, they look great, don't they? They look great. And 8, and that's where I stopped, right? Turns great, great puzzle. A little, they make better large cubes nowadays, but then, I mean, these were state of the art at the time. I'll tell you a couple little things about these because there's really not much else to say. This LV Cube 2 has been around the north, and I'd say it's probably one of the most traveled little tiny puzzles maybe in history. So many kids have tried to solve this, watch me solve it. Broken it apart several times because it flies apart pretty easily. It's also very easy to put together. And you see it has stood up. It has held up beautifully. I mean, you would never know. This has probably been solved, probably at least 200 kids have tried to solve this since I've had it. So yeah, it's just fantastic. It's really durable, and it's one of the reasons why I value this puzzle, right? The other story is the V-Cube 3. So V-Cube didn't really dabble in small layered puzzles for the longest time, and then finally they decided to get in the game, and they came out with this. It's not really a speed cube, but it turns really well, and it's pretty hardy, and I really like it. So I ordered this from V-Cubes. I got the puzzle. It was a DIY kit, put it together, and I was missing a corner. So I reached out to the V-Cubes people, and they sent me a padded envelope with a corner in it, and the corner was broken. So I reached out to them again, and then they sent me another package. I think it was a tiny box the next time. There were 2 corners in it, and indeed they were both intact. So I was able to finish putting the puzzle together because it just sat there for the longest time with 1 corner missing. And I think I have an extra corner for a V-Cube 3-layer V-Cube. So anyway, these are nice puzzles. I don't really have any complaints about them. The technology has moved on a little bit, but I still treasure these puzzles. I know V-Cubes recently has moved into some a lot of variants like the checkerboard and the 2-color and all sorts of different things. So anyway, that's it for V-Cubes. All right, so this is another unlabeled box. Small box of metal puzzles. So, I'm, as much as I like the mechanical puzzles, the plastic puzzles, face, spherical, cubic, whatever, every once in a while I get the idea that I might like to try these metal puzzles, these put together puzzles. And then once I get one and try it for a while, I realize probably why I don't. Okay, I will say this is from Puzzle Master. This is their lattice. I really like this puzzle. It's fun. It's once you learn how to take it apart and put it back together, it's not super challenging, but it's certainly a fun puzzle. And I like the sounds it makes, like the way it looks, the way it feels. So. It's just, it's a different experience. It's harder than it looks. It's definitely harder than it looks. One of the things about these puzzles, and here's, I have, okay, the cast vortex, which I got really close. I think it's probably jostled apart. Cast vortex. Took a while to take apart, but it's been several years and it's still not put back together. Conceptually, I know how to do it, but it does address the issue, which is that these are hard for me because there's no algorithms. And the way I analyze things, it just doesn't work on these. So these are particularly hard for me, usually. I solved this one. This is, what's this? The cast. Is this a cast enigma? It could be. I actually solved this on my own, start to finish. And I was very, very pleased. Just getting it apart and then getting it put back together. It was a very satisfying thing. Then I got the vortex. Yeah, I thought I was doing really well, and then I got the vortex. That put me off these little puzzles for a while. This one, I also solved this. This is the cast dial. Yeah, fun, great little puzzle. Took me a while, but just sort of trial and error, I got it. And then, so this one put me off these puzzles for a while because I got it and it looked like a really interesting, this is a cast square, looked really interesting. And within about, I don't know, 30 seconds of me trying to solve it, it just fell apart. So it just, because I guess I accidentally kind of found the secret. So there was no real challenge to it. It just, it solved itself basically. But that happens sometimes. This is the, what is it, Cast Trinity? I don't think I've even tried this yet. So yeah, should probably get these out and try them. This is the nice thing about having my puzzle collection kind of available to me, because anytime I want, I just walk up. It takes me like 10 seconds to access these puzzles. So what is this? This is a cast helix. And I know I haven't solved this yet, and I don't know why. I just haven't really. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, this. See, this looks interesting. All right, I'm going to leave this one out. I'm going to try this one. All right. So this is a small box of cubic puzzles, and this was on the shelf beside it, so this kind of counts. This is the absolutely fantastic MoU Milong 12-layer puzzle. I think I have a solve video on this that I did. I don't know, that solve video didn't really do too well on my channel. A lot of people maybe didn't see it. Maybe it had to do with when it was released, or maybe the setup wasn't really good. As I remember, I was here in Ottawa, but in the other place, and it was quite difficult to get the film, my filming setup working right. So anyway, but this is just a fantastic puzzle. I've actually been kind of hoping they'd come out with the higher order ones, and I think they have. I was just looking at that. But yeah, this is just, and when I say high order, the ones I don't have, like the 14 and 16. And of course, I'm aware that MoU came out with the 21-layer magnetized. I've looked at it. It is very expensive. Would I get it? Maybe someday. I don't know. But anyway, for now, I'm happy with that. And of course, I do have my 17-layer, which is out on my shelf. All right, well, what else is in this little tiny box of cubic puzzles? So now we have some sticker mods, and this is a 5-layer Escher fish sticker mod. And I remember this being really challenging. Like, it doesn't look like it could be challenging. You just match the picture, but I do remember it being quite a challenge to get everything back on these. So yeah, this is from Oliver Stickers from back in the day. And then this is a 4-layer Pachmann cube, making it a super cube. Stickers. So a lot of super cubes, I mean, this is just a straight up super cube, right? You know what you're getting. It's a 4-layer puzzle, but you have to worry about center rotations. A lot of the shape mods of puzzles you get, the shape mod causes them to also have supercube properties, right? You might have to rotate an oddly shaped piece so it fits in properly. So anyway, kind of a cool concept. So what else do I have? So these are the other two parts of the Tony. He made a series of 5-layer puzzle mods, right? So you have this overlapping cube, which is very fun, very freaky. Kind of try to solve it. You have the hidden inner layers, and I'm looking at that going, I think I got something wrong there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a red and green edge that's in the orange and green section. So that is, wow, okay. Okay, so I'm guilty as charged here. I'm going to set that aside because I got to fix that. That's not good. Yeah, so that's the sort of thing I love. I love puzzles like that. They have hidden features. Well, easily accessible hidden features, like that's easy to see. Something that it's hidden that like causes managing, I don't like as much. And then the overlapping cube, or this is the ball and cube. So you just have a spherical core. The core is exposed, and then you have the 4-layer. So it's a 5-layer kind of ball, and then you have this overlapping 4-layer cube on top of that. So that all kind of is part of the same set that the 5-layer, just the straight up spherical 5x5 cube that I showed previously. That's where that came from, that same series. Okay, so I really do have to remember to just solve that properly. And then I have a couple of great Shengshao higher layer puzzles, and really I should have all of these together. I should really have them all out. Great series of higher order cubes. This is Shengshao 5x5 and a 6-layer Shengshao. Lots and lots of solves on these puzzles, and these are the original stickers, still in really good shape. So we know that the companies know how to do it. So all right, well, let's get these put away, and we'll take a look at the last box for this part. All right, and this last box bin is labeled helicopter and axis. So what do we got in here? A lot of puzzles, and I think that we're probably going to have it's same as the previous ones. I think that there are a lot of miscategorized puzzles in here. I just, I tried, right? And, I can spend some time organizing my collection. That's not maybe the funnest part of having puzzles, but I think it might be necessary. Put some minimal effort into it. So this definitely has a lot of helicopter cubes. The OG helicopter cube. I got this right from, I really forget who, like somebody created this, and then all of the puzzle companies started selling knockoffs. So I actually went to the person that first produced this and got this helicopter cube. It was a DIY kit. Kind of a very cool thing. So that's your helicopter. And then the OG curvy copter from Tom Z. Very fun. And then the curvy, oh yes, this one. This is probably one of the more underrated ones. I really like this puzzle. I don't know why they have the strange color scheme and the strange sticker scheme, but this is the Curvy Copter Plus with the holes. So some overhang bandaging and stuff, but great puzzle. Yeah, it's really fun. We had the this is the Curvy Copter 3. And I actually really like solving this. I actually learned how these little extra pieces, I learned the algorithm for it, and so it's kind of neat. And it's amazing to me how many puzzles have been built that are variants of this. Like, there's quite a few puzzles where they say it's just like a Curvicopter 3, and it really is. There are a lot of cool puzzles. And there's even a new batch of spherical transformations of this that I haven't gotten yet. So really, really like that. So, and now it just kind of seems to explode, the variants of these puzzles. This, I believe, is this the Curvicopter Extreme? Wow, I mean, what a thing. What a right. This is a Scube and a Curvicopter all in one. Fantastic. So, and then we have the this Master Clover Cube, which I've done a tutorial on this one on my channel. So this gives you the Clover Cube. It's sort of like a Curvicopter, but you have an extra layer in there, and you don't have the you have the little tiny corners, but they yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. Anyway, again, a little fun variant of the whole Curvicopter theme. And then, okay, so, okay, Butterflower. This is the Butterflower cube. Fun little puzzle. Yeah, and again, I did a tutorial on this. This vertex turning really adds something to it. And then Flower Cube. This is, so yeah, the Butterflower and then the Flower Cube. This one also is an edge and vertex turning, but the vertex, it's a deeper cut version of it. You just have a much larger chunk that you're moving there, and I think it's a bit of an easier solve than that. I'm not positive though. For whatever reason, I don't have it. I just have the tutorial on these two variants, the Master Clover Cube and the Butterflower. Well, I guess I probably, when I'm talking about Clover Cubes, this is really the definitive Clover Cube. This is from Mofangi. At least mine is labeled Mofangi. I've seen them also sold under Kui. But just a very nice, very smooth turning, large format Clover Cube. And then you have the Clover Cube Plus, which gives you, it's a Clover Cube, the same thing, but then it gives you the 2x2 variant. Just gives you a little bit of extra stuff with it. Man, there's so many of these. This is fantastic. So here we have, oh boy, this doesn't even belong in this bin. This is a Scube. This is the MF8 Elite Scube, which I really like. Okay, so here's me saying, yes, MF8 knows how to make good puzzles. They turn well, the stickers are good. So yeah, so we know they know how to do it. I'm still bitter about that Void Pentahedrons. But anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed this puzzle. It's harder than it looks, because I'm looking at it thinking this is just like a Rex cube or something like that, but it turned out to be a bit harder than I thought. Okay, and then some puzzles that are kind of hard to just such great variants. So this is the this is a Moya. This is a Yilang Wheel of Time. Beautifully turning puzzle. Has all sorts of interesting stuff to do on it. I don't remember finding it too hard, but yeah, just a wonderful puzzle. And then of course this other one, which is the this is the Wheel of Time. That's it. So that's the Yiling Wheel of Time, and then this is the Wheel of Time. And then they have these knob concepts, which I think has come back, right? They have now, there's a a set of 3x3 bandage cubes that have these. So yeah, so fun. And I like the big format puzzle. I know they're a little harder to carry around, but I like them. They seem to turn a little better, and I don't know. Anyway, I do like them. Okay, so and I did say that these are Axis. So this is a non-branded Axis cube. It has texture stickers. Great turning. I have no idea who makes it. I think I paid $5 for it many years ago on one of the sites, and just a great solve. So then we get all of these. Okay, so the Tangram. So these ones, I have a tutorial for one of these. Let's see. Yeah, I think these are the Tangram cubes. Oh boy. Yeah, one of these is a Tangram, one of them is a Tangram Extreme. I think the Extreme is that one. Yeah, these were again harder than they look. And yeah, I have a tutorial for the Tangram, I'm pretty sure. So, and then Moyu has these 4-layer Axis cubes. So this is one of them. This is the just their 4x4 Axis cube. And yeah, again, this kind of distorts your perspective when you're trying to solve it. It makes it, right? For some reason, I like these a little better than Ghost cubes, but I'm not quite sure. Like, for some reason, Ghost cubes annoy me. I'm not really sure why. I find them really hard, annoyingly hard. But anyway. So anyway, that's a Moyu 4x4 Axis cube there. And then there's the two crazy windmill cubes. So maybe someone in my comments can explain this, because so one of these is the crazy windmill cube, which I think is that one. It's crazy windmill cube. Okay, so that makes sense. Not an Axis cube, a windmill cube, but same idea. But then they have a variant on that, which is this one. And so they're calling it the Yiling cube, right? Yeah. So they're variants on the same thing. So basically, like these ones, the time, the Wheel of Time ones, they put Yiling in it, and it's a variant. So anyway, maybe someone could explain that to me. I'd appreciate to learn what the significance of that is. Whew, well, that's it. So that's helicopter and Axis cubes. And that's really, I think that's probably a good place to stop. I think it's safe to say that we're about halfway through my IKEA storage, kind of my 4x4 storage unit. And we have, so the remaining bins in that. And then I have all the puzzles on my display stand over here. Quite a few puzzles. Oops. Over here. And then I have a bin of puzzle adjacent, some puzzles and some puzzle adjacent stuff. So yeah, quite surprising that we managed to get, I've managed to show you so many puzzles, and probably only about halfway through, a little less than halfway through. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you want to see more like this, I would encourage you to subscribe so you get notified. And if you have any questions about any of the puzzles, if I got something wrong, certainly do correct me down in the comments. Or if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer either in the comments, or I might make a separate Q&A video on my puzzle collection. As always, any other comments, questions, or suggestions, do feel free to let me know down in the comments. And thanks for watching.